Hi friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday and happy Good Friday. It is a holiday weekend here and I thought I'd kick off the weekend with my first How to Kill a Kit with Style scrapbook layout. I'm super excited about this layout and how it came together, and this is going to be such a good thing. I'm super excited about doing this. My inspiration for this layout came from the beautiful Melissa Vining and a layout that she created using Close to My Heart kit. And I thought to myself, I can do that. Even though I don't have the kit, I can recreate it. And so that's what I did. And I stayed fairly close to the layout that she created, but I used papers from my kit that I put together for How to Kill a Kit with Style. There are some papers here that I pulled out of my stash to help build this layout and put it together. And actually some of the papers that I pulled out of my scrap bins should have been part of my kit because they are Heidi swap papers from the paper pad that I had planned on using. So the flowers that I was just attaching to my layout, the yellow portions of it, are actually cardstock from the paper pad for the Storyline Chapters collection from Heidi Swap. So bonus. It was a good thing I went and dumpster dove and found some extra papers to add to this layout, at least in particular. I did pull out some cardstock as well from my stash. I could have used paper from the collection pad, but the green wasn't really, it was too dark. It wasn't what I wanted to use. I wanted to use something a little bit softer, so I just pulled cardstock from my stash to do that. The leaves were cut also from not cardstock, pattern paper that I had in my stash, but the color worked really well to pull in that really deep teal color that is part of the Heidi Swap, the Storyline Collections, the Storyline Chapters collection. So I used that to make the leaves. These are the cork alphas that I had put in my kit to play with, and I used some of them to create part of my title, which is me, obviously. The rest of the title, I used Jelly Bean Soup tile stickers. So the full title says "This is me," and then the subtitle down below the bottom of the photo, which I'm putting on right now, says "Being Good." This layout is about Mr. Freddy Dog being a brat, which he's really good at, and Mummy got a little bit mad with him. So she wouldn't let him, that's me by the way, sit in my lap. And so he laid down and looked all sweet and innocent and, "Mommy, can I come sit with you?" He was asking really nicely. And after a while, I did let him come sit in my lap again, but I snapped a picture first of him being sweet before I let him do that. So here I pulled out the collection pad again. Not again, but I pulled it out and started to add some of the stickers from the sticker sheets that are at the front of the collection pad. I used up what was left of the florals, -1, in the collection pad. Most of them get clustered around the flower cluster that I'm working on right now. You're going to see me play around with a little itty bitty flower cluster. There it is right there. And I keep moving around and putting it in different places. It eventually lives in the bottom left-hand cluster with the flower and the ampersand over in that little corner. But I move it around a lot before it finally finds the place that it's going to live. I also added some Tim Holtz phrase stickers that I had added to my kit as well. A few of those, as in 3, make their way onto this layout as well. 3, maybe 4. Yeah, maybe I used 4. So I clustered 2 where the ampersand is, and then 1 at the topish part of the page on the left-hand side, and then 1 goes at the top of my photo. This arrow that I just added over top of the cork letters "me," actually ends up being taken off before I start snapping pictures of this layout. I just felt like it occupied too much real estate over top of those letters and I didn't want it covered. So I actually totally pulled it off and will leave it off. Of course, I am working on my journaling strips, which I like to create myself and handwrite. So I'm writing that out right now, just telling the story about Freddie being a brat and getting in trouble with mom and not being allowed to sit with her until he said sorry and looked so cute. Of course, with a face like that, you can't be mad for too long, right? At least he doesn't talk back. That's the silver lining. So I'm just attaching my journaling strips. I didn't actually have enough journaling strips. While I was gluing these down, there was a really awkward gap between the top of the journaling and then where the tab is and the cluster at the top of the journaling. So I created one extra journal strip saying something about, oh, how cute is he kind of thing, and then went on to tell the story. And that helped fill in that awkward gap really well. I embellished the page with some sequins. These have adhesive on the back of them. They are from Close to My Heart as well. So I pulled a few out and scattered them around the page. And quite honestly, after that, this layout is done. It came together really quickly, of course, thanks to the layout that Melissa had made and providing that inspiration. I think I would have struggled a whole lot more putting this layout together if I didn't have some inspiration beforehand. So thank you, Melissa, for such a beautiful layout and for inspiring me. I do have close-ups coming up at the end of the video, so if you want to stick around for that, feel free to do so. Welcome to my new subscribers. I still see those numbers climbing, and that makes me so happy. I am actually planning something really special for when I reach the 250 subscriber mark. So if you have arrived to my channel and haven't followed me yet, definitely hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss anything from me. So maybe you can get in on the surprise that is coming up in the near future. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out with me and visiting me for a little bit. I hope this layout inspired you like it did me. And you will also find this layout in Cricut Community. You can recreate this yourself. I did design my own take on this layout before actually putting it together. So you will find it very soon in Cricut Community so that you can recreate this yourself as well. Here's the close-ups. I hope you guys have a fantastic Easter holiday and a fantastic long weekend, and I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye guys.